Doctors are rich, right? Well, it depends on the specialty. A plastic surgeon and general practitioner are both doctors, but one makes much more than the other. In this video, we'll go over the best paid specialties. What's going on, guys? Dr. Jabal, MedSchoolInsiders.com. While the money should absolutely not be a primary reason for you to go into medicine, let's be real, it is an important factor. After all, we wouldn't be pursuing a career as a doctor if it only paid $50,000 per year and came with hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. That's just not a smart move. That being said, I would argue that the salary of each specialty should not sway your decision in which specialty to pursue. It's simply not nearly as important as finding a good fit in doing something that you love. It doesn't matter if you're making $500,000 per year as a plastic surgeon if you can't stand the operating room. I have additional thoughts on choosing a specialty in another video. First, let's set a frame of reference with the average physician salaries overall. If you took all the doctors in the US and averaged their salaries, it would come out close to $299,000 per year. That's not bad. Subdividing that group further, you'll notice that primary care physicians average a much lower $223,000 per year, and specialists average $329,000 per year. Here's the good news for doctors. Physician income overall has been steadily rising over the past 7 years. One reason is the fundamental economic principle of supply and demand. However, it should be noted that their rate of salary growth is slow and steady, very much unlike hospital administrator salaries, but that is a topic for another video. Now, it's important to note that the average salary of each specialty is going to change year to year. In this last year, psychiatrists' average salary increased by a whopping 16%, in large part owed to the increased demand for psychiatrists in recent years. Other specialties that have seen significant increases in compensation include plastic surgery at 14%, PM&R at 13%, and oncology at 10%. So which doctors make the most? This year, plastic surgery topped the list at an average of $501,000 per year. Orthopedic surgery trailed closely in second with $497,000, and cardiology in third with $423,000. Now, none of these surveys are perfect. The data I'm using comes from the Medscape 2018 survey of physicians. There are other surveys out there with similar but slightly different results. In recent years, you'll notice that a handful of specialties consistently perform at the top in terms of compensation. Those top 5 specialties include neurosurgery, orthopedic surgery, plastic surgery, cardiology, and gastroenterology. So what does neurosurgery, plastics, orthopedics, cards, and GI have in common that result in such high salaries? It comes down to one key thing: procedures. With the way the current healthcare system works in the US, procedures are compensated quite handsomely. On the flip side, you'll notice that the 5 lowest compensated specialties are not procedurally focused. So does this mean that you should pursue a specialty that is procedure heavy? Not based on salary alone. I personally love working with my hands, and I love precise, meticulous attention to detail, which is why I matched into plastic surgery. But if you don't love working with your hands, you'd be miserable doing any form of surgery. Now, there are several other factors beyond specialty choice that can significantly sway the average compensation of a doctor. A huge one is location. In this year's survey, Indiana, Oklahoma, Connecticut, Wisconsin, and Nevada topped the list as the top earning states for doctors. States like New York and California are much lower on the list, even though both California and New York have much higher average costs of living. So what gives? Again, it is a matter of supply and demand. Lots of doctors want to live in California since it is obviously the best state in the US in my totally unbiased opinion, and therefore there is a larger supply of doctors than demand. As a result, hospitals can pay doctors less than if they were in, say, Wisconsin. Because fewer doctors are eager to work in less populated areas like Wisconsin or Oklahoma, hospitals need to pay a higher salary to attract talent there. Simple economics at play. The second factor is practice type. Self-employed physicians, meaning private practice docs, on average make substantially more than employed physicians. This has held true for decades, although private practice is less appealing than it was 10 years ago. Again, your decision should not be based on just money. Private practice usually comes with the significant added headache of handling the business side of things, and you can expect to be working harder hours than if you were employed. And unfortunately, there are factors outside of your control, including race, gender, and age, that factors into your compensation. However, that is a topic for another video. Do you think that the top earners would be the most likely to choose their specialty again? The correlation is there, but it is probably not as strong as you would think. Orthopedic surgery and plastic surgery top the list just as they do with average salaries, but radiologists and oncologists also seem quite happy with their decision despite having significantly lower salaries. Again, money is not everything, and it is important that you find a specialty you love. Getting into one of these top-paying specialties is insanely competitive, and you need to have the strongest of applications to make it. And that's where Med School Insiders comes in. We do much more than just make insanely helpful YouTube videos. We have an entire team of top doctors who have excelled in plastic surgery, dermatology, orthopedic surgery, and several more specialties. They understand what it takes because not only did they do it, but they even served on admission committees at top medical schools and residencies. If you're serious about maximizing your chances of acceptance and becoming the best doctor that you can be, visit medschoolinsiders.com. So what sets us apart from other companies? Our team spent months creating a proprietary, systematic approach that guarantees the best results every time. That means that with us, you never have to worry about getting unlucky or getting a bad advisor. And we don't do cookie-cutter approaches. Just as we advocate here on YouTube, each individual is unique, and to be the best doctor that you can be requires much more than just checking all the boxes. For you, ultimately, that means less variability and uncertainty with our services and much more of what you actually want. Awesome service with awesome results. From MCAT or Step 1 tutoring to personal statement editing and advising, we've got you covered. For a limited time, use the coupon code YouTubeJan for $30 off your purchase. That is it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked the video, please press that like button. And if you weren't a fan, let me know with a thumbs down. New videos every Saturday morning that you won't want to miss. Make sure you're subscribed and have that notification bell enabled. And I will see you guys in that next one.